Okay, so when dealing with a question like this, right, so let's check the question we're given. They say note that M is equals to this, and also they say M is a subspace of M2R, and also N is a subspace of M2R. And they say we should find the basis for M and N. We say right. So what you should note is this. You should note that we have this. You should note that. Let me do this. You should note that we have this, right? When we check, we see that we're given A, B, C. So since we're looking for the basis for M and N, those unknown variables will tell us how many bases do we have already. So we have three unknown variables. So we're going to have three bases. So for me to find the basis there, I can take A, B minus B, C. As we have covered this, we did similar questions like this yesterday. So if we check, so this is A, right? Like that. So we have three variables. I said that what you're going to do, we know already that this is a 2 by 2 matrix. You said that. So what I'm going to do already, I'm going to write A, open the brackets, write B, open the brackets, write C, because I have three unknown variables. You say right. So first I'm going to check how, if I'm going to check each entry if I have A. You say right. If we check the first entry, we do have A, and the constant is 1. So we're going to write 1 here. The second one, we don't have A, so 0. Third one, we don't have A. Fourth one, we don't have A. Then we come to this one, we check now if we have B, all of them. Right? The first one, we don't have B. Second one, we have B, and the constant is 1. Here, the constant is -1. Here, the constant is 0. For C, we only have it here. The rest doesn't have C, so it's going to be 0, 0. You see, right? Now, when we check this, we found these values. You see, right? Since we found these values, now we're going to say that the basis of M is, then I put them inside here, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, -1, 0. Then the third one is 0, 0, 1, 0. We say right. So we have these three. If we're going to find the dimension here, even though they didn't ask us the dimension of M, you say right. Don't forget this is for A. Then we know that the dimension of M is 3. You say right. Then we come to check N now. When we come to check N, they say it's A B 0, 0. This is A B 0, 0. And if we check here, we have two unknown variables. So I'm going to distribute this into 2. A plus B. Right. And here we check if we have A. Our A is there. Here we don't have A. Here we check if we have B. We only have B here. Right. Then the basis of N is 1, 0, 0, 0. And also of it's also there like this. And then the dimension of this dim n will be equal to 2. You see, right? Now, the second question says that we should find the basis for M and N. Find the basis for M and N. That is B. Says we should find the basis for M and N. So for us to find the basis for M and N, let me say this. Let's first check M and N. For M and N, I'm going to take the intersection of M and the intersection of M and N. You see, right? For M, we check if we're gonna check if we have any common these any common vectors inside. This is the same as this, so that is the intersection in this case. You see, right? The intersection is 1 0 0 0. They share this intersection. You see, right? And then this is the basis. That's right. And then the basis for M and N is just that. Then we check the dimension of M and N is equals to 1. We said, and then we come to C. Now, C, they said we should find the basis for M plus N. You said right. So now we should find the basis for M plus N. So let's see our M. Then we check our N. So now, when we look at this for their basis, if I can ask now, how do we find the basis of this? Is that currently I'm recording it. I would ask to check how do we find the basis of M plus N, since already we know how to find the basis of M plus N. You say right. So if we check, let's write our basis for M here. The basis for M, remember, basis for M was, and the first one element was this one. Let's say the second element was 0 1, like this, 0 0 minus 1 1. And then this one was like this. And then we say that a basis for, let me write it somewhere here. Basis for N, remember we had this one and also this one. If I'm not mistaken, I'll go back and check. Yeah, which is correct. So remember we had this, right? We had the basis for this. So now we had the basis for M, the basis for N, right? So now if we want to check for the basis, do this. Okay, I was answering something. So if we want to check the basis of this, the simplest way to do is to check if we can start by checking the dimension of these two, right? If we can start by checking the dimension of these two, or even though it is simple, we can start by checking the dimension, or even before we check the dimension, we can see that there's an element that is common here, right? This is simple. It's a simple work. What you're gonna do first when we say the basis. So let me now write the basis. The reason why I wrote this 2 is because I want to show you the common element. This plus this is going to be, this will not repeat. We'll write it once. You see right now, 1 0 0 0. Then we decide between these two which one comes first. So we can put the one on top first. Then we'll put this one. Then lastly, we'll put this one. So the dimension for M plus N would be equals to 4. So let's say you were told to find the dimension of m plus n without uh, checking, without writing the basis first for m plus n. You're going to say the dimension of m plus n is equals to, you write the dimension of m. The dimension of m was 3, then of n is 2. Then you subtract any common elements. We only have one common element. Or we subtract the dimension of the intersection. So it's like this. The formula is like this. Let me write it carefully. We'll say the dimension of m plus the dimension of n minus the dimension of m and n of the intersection. And already the intersection, we know there's only one element that intersects, and the dimension of m, we know it's 3, of n is 2, and the intersection is 1. So this would be 4. You see, right? Then the dimension of m plus n is 4. So since we already know this, now we can check this. Let me see. The next question will be, we can check this. You can try to find any of these. Already I've shown you how to find them, right? So you can try this.